Welcome back, my gardening friends. Down below there you'll see a card popping across saying this is a paid production or whatever, but just as a bit of a disclaimer, I've been sent these potato grow bags for free for me to do a personal honest review like we always do, and very robust material. They've got the little pockets here. They give you 10 cards and they're reversible, so they'll last you quite a while. There is also a very, very sturdy Velcro strip which will and can give you access to the potatoes, not so much any root crops, but anything that grows below the ground, because you can take a few little potatoes, have them for your tea and let the others grow on. We'll see how well that Velcro holds when we fill them up. They're a reasonable size, and the link will be in the description below if you want to go and have a little look at them. We've got the handles as well, so we can move them about, because that's ideal for people who've got a very small space to grow them in. So I'm going to do a bit of a mix for my compost. I am going to add some organic chicken pellet manure. This is my homemade compost, full of worms and still full of material that hasn't quite broke down. We'll be moving some of the material that hasn't broke down really well, but this is absolutely full of worms. They're busy away breaking down the material. We'll leave those there. I'm going to add equal amounts. This is the compost that we find. Got to put a little bit of leaf mould in that's a reject, and then a little bit of 3-year-old wood chips just to give it a bit of body. I'll get that mixed up. I'm not going to bore you to death. So that's it mixed up. Let's get it into the bags. Just going to add a few bits of the pelleted chicken manure. I'll mix that in when I've got my gloves on, and we'll pop 2 of the rocket potatoes in the bag that's got the labels in at the moment. So there's the seed potatoes. Now this is the bum, so basically I should have had it sitting that way in the tray. Quite easy to make the mistake, but as you can see, the chits will come out and the roots there will start growing, so these will have a head start. And that one looks okay. There's the bum, and they find their own way. So we're going to be popping that into there. We're going to place one very close to the door, the Velcro door, and the other one to its side. And I'm going to top them all up now, because this one will probably have carrots and this one will have the long icicle radish, and the nutrients will be right down below, so hopefully they'll grow really well. So I'll get these topped up. So I'll fill the potato bag up with the remaining compost mix, and there we have. I'm not always good at pronouncing or spelling things, so there's that. We'll stick that in the middle one. So we've got the little cardboard labels. We will see how well they do. I'll tuck it right inside and maybe leave it up a little bit and see how the weather does on those. I'm going to be sowing some carrot Nantis 5 or Nance 5 in that one. We'll get that label tucked in, and then we've got the radish icicle long white, and even copying I can't spell, but you would be able to reuse them turn them inside out. So I'm going to plant some of the carrots and some of the radish. Not going to bore you with that, you know all how to sow. I'm going to evenly space them. So we'll start off with the carrot, Nantes 5, sow by date is 2017. We don't care about sow by dates. We don't waste nothing here. Now I've topped it up with the cocoa coir that we find on the side of the road. That'll dry out eventually and hopefully mulch it, and we can always water from the bottom in some of those trays. We've got potato reveal, the King Edwards, coming after this. So now we'll sow the radish, the icicle white. We've got a sow by date of the 22, so we're well in date with those. And as you can see there, we've if we go around the outside, so if it doesn't matter if we get more than one pop in, there's plenty of room. Whoops, get a little bit excited there. These seeds are very excitable this morning. Right, I'll finish those off and I'll take a few seeds out where I've got multiples. You can see why my seeds last me such a long time. I'll just sow them thinly. The thinner you sow them, the better the crop. Right, we'll just see how these lift up. Looks like there's some excellent stitching there. And what I might do is, before I harvest these, is open the flap and see how far the roots have gone, because these do get quite long. But yeah, they look very sturdy, and I'll be looking forward to seeing how my crops do in these. Right, let's do the King Edward and my final potato reveal from 2020-21. Just a quick one on the handles. You may have noticed, but when you a lot of them, they stitch them square, so when you lift the bags, it's always this corner that splits. So well done to them on spotting that idea, and we'll see how they actually do over the course of the season. And I always do my big labels, so when I'm doing my tours you can actually see what's in them, just saves me trying to remember. Now, you might have previously seen me reveal one of these 56 litre bags before, thinking they were King Edwards, and they turned out to be the white variety. Well, I can just about see King there, and because I'd had trouble with the marker pens before, it's always been an issue, but I now use the Edding 750, and there is a video in my somewhere, you might be able to search it, the Edding 750, and shake it, press the nib, the ink comes down, and it's a cracking little marker pen. So hopefully we won't be having these issues where we don't know what they are. Just move that for a second. But these have been here all summer, all winter, but I have kept them covered up. So we'll get this emptied out. We've got some nice spuds, they're just starting to chit, so we've caught them at the right time. Let's see what we've got. Now, these potatoes were grown for free, my own homemade compost. This is the fresh manure that we put in the bottom. It's still trying to break down, but this is going to be lovely stuff to add to this year's potato mix for all the experiments that we're going to do. And I shall put the cards and everything else at the end and at the start. I'll delve this up a bit more, put some of this compost in that bin behind me. So that's the 56 litre cloth container. You can see what they can produce. They're like air pots, and it does help the tubers to grow. There was 4 seed potatoes. Those 4 seed potatoes were found on another plot that we tidied up. So each year I'll just keep growing them and then saving a few for seed. So I'll be finding 4 there to save. I won't wash them, and I'll put them away for this year. So there's the 4 I've selected for seed, and there's the other potatoes, and they ain't in bad nick. A few marks on them, but you'd expect that for how long it's been in the ground. And this is my homemade compost, and you can see there's bits of, well, that's the old potato. There's leaves off tomatoes in here, and here's some of the manure, which has retained the moisture really well. And this one will be the last weigh in for Team Down Under. I'm not planting my potatoes till the beginning of April, but all these now have been rejuvenated with certain plant foods. This is just ordinary cocoa coir, and I've got my other mixes here, and it's surprising how quickly you get rid of it. It'll be interesting to see how this experiment pans out, with no added nutrients and all for free. That's it for today, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Please drop a comment in. Have you tried them grow bags before? The link to them is in the description below, and this is an personal, honest review of those grow bags, which were sent free by that company. Don't forget, thumbs up or thumbs down, we don't mind for the interaction. And thank you very much for all the viewers. It's got me to over 1.6 million views. Really appreciate it. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.